Good evening and welcome back to the Norwegian woods once again. I'm your host, Ulf Hockness Gray from whitewolfalchemy.com and wolfhocknessgray.com. And this is the new timeline. This is the new timeline, guys. Or the new timelines, because we're multidimensional here. Many of you have done the work. Many of you have bounced the bounce and aligned from within and gotten to that next level. And in doing so, you're experiencing a shift in energy, a shift in people coming into your life, a shift in the kind of people that are coming into your life, a shift in the people that you are aligned with from before. A shift in your income streams. Maybe you changed jobs. Maybe you've started your entrepreneurship. Maybe all of a sudden you made that, click, and all of a sudden it's shifting. Maybe you made a move to a new place. You know, maybe you broke up with a long-term boyfriend partnership, or you just got your shit together, like me, or you elevated your game somehow in some type of way, and now all of a sudden you know how to make that work. You found some kind of you know next level consciousness, and now you're um, creating at a whole new level. Your your music has a new sound to it. Your artwork has a new vibe to it. Your whatever it is, your writing just catches you a lot more, a lot deeper than it did. There's just something about, you know, this shift that you did, this timeline shift. Now you have access to multiple choices and multiple timelines leading to another level up. And you're probably going to be experiencing, you know, a lot of things coming into alignment this summer, a lot of things working behind the scenes, and then you're going to boom. When August hits and that 888 is coming our way, it's going to be abundance time deluxe. So there's no better time than now to really start, and there never is a better time than now to get going, but now there's favorable energies. We come out of a lot of the soul lessons, the grueling hard work, the sludge factory. We're like walking on flypaper, all of that stuff, that's basically done with, and we're hitting different waters now. There's different energies at play. You can feel it, you know. So it's a good time to get in touch, get into alignment, and put in the work. Um, I mean, really put in the work. Really get to work with the triggers, with your emotional body. Get to work with the mental body, with the belief systems. Get to work with the things that are keeping you from bouncing up another level. When keep integrating and keep rising. Um, and just looking back 10 years from now, um, you'll see it. Just like looking back at 2016, now you'll see that, whoa, all those things that are here now are the things you prayed for, and wished for, years ago. But you're there now because you've been doing the work. If you're like me and you're aligned with this channel and this type of energy, this is what you're doing. This is the type of work you're doing. You're doing soul alchemy. You're purifying mind, body, and spirit, and creating your dreams, and utilizing your potential, your blueprint, your talents, gifts, and trades, and taking it to the next level, because that's what this game is about, you know and so looking back 10 years ago, and looking at what's around you now, you're living in a lot of what you prayed for. Can we take it to the next level? I wonder. Maybe you'll see Ulf riding down the street in a Lamborghini at one day, being a philanthropist, giving money to people who need it more than me, creating some kind of holistic healing center for people who are experiencing what I experienced 20 years ago: psychosis, Kundalini syndrome, spiritual awakening, mental illness, and disease, and you know having a hard life. Because yeah, that's where I'm heading. That's where I'm heading. You're gonna see me go vroom down the street in a Lamborghini one day, and fuck, that ain't spiritual. You know what I'm saying? I think experiencing the highest possible timeline that you can think of is the most spiritual thing that you can do. And coming at it from a good place, coming at it from a place of heart, coming at it from a place of, now look what I can do, or look how much better this or that, not that ego stuff, but whoa, I can really do this, I can really manifest this reality. I want a house with a pool where I can have guests and feed them all the time, feed them good, nourishing meals, have my own garden full of organic, nutritious vegetables and fruits, and uh, livestock with fresh organic meat, fresh honey, fresh fruit, grapes, all kinds of stuff growing in my yard at all times. And, just be living off the land, and doing good things for good people, welcoming good people into my home, and feeding them, make music, create art, um, do this kind of stuff, help people, set up stuff for people to improve their health, their well-being, their flow of good things into their lives. You know, that's kind of what I want to do. And so you'll see me doing that. You know, all the things that I wanted 10 years ago, all the things I dreamt about 10 years ago. Well, I'm living that now. All the things that we manifested last year, they're here now. All the things that I'm wanting this year, I'm going to be living it next year. Little by little, it's going to come in the um it's going to come in the trajectory that I am in alignment. No limitations, no spiritual boxes, you know um One of the most spiritual things that I know is smoking a delicious cigar. Drinking a organic, delicious cup of coffee with the birds chirping around me in a beautiful sunlight and the sky free of chemtrails and crap and the fresh air and just it feels good to be human. And then just be in that moment to the fullest, just enjoying that cup of coffee like I am a tantric master, just enjoying that cigar like I am a tantric master. Sit by the fire and enjoy that fire like I'm you know, some kind of ascended master, just to be soaking in that moment so deeply that there's nothing but me and the fire. Everything else just kind of fades away into infinity. And there I am experiencing an infinite now with that fire. You know, those are the transcendent moments, the simple moments that offer me transcendence, where I'm just, wow. Or I feel my endocrine system percolating and bubbling with good hormones and good energy just from functioning optimally after years of, hardship and struggle, and then feeling the beauty and simplicity of my endocrine system functioning optimally, as opposed to wanting to numb myself because I was full of pain and torment and, mental illness, emotional illness, physical illness, spiritual, you know, malaise. And then sitting there and like, grateful to be alive, grateful to have a fully optimal functioning endocrine system and chakra system and feeling good in my own energy. I think we make all these spiritual boxes and all these spiritual ideas so fluffy, so far out there and so unreachable that we forget that the most spiritual thing that we can experience, it's right here. It's right here in this vessel that you occupy. It's right here. It's right here. This is the most spiritual thing. This is the most trippy, psychedelic, awesome thing that you can experience. And we are destroying it. We are just going to war at this thing with our culture and with our food products and with everything. Just not not living up to our full spiritual potential with just what's right here. What's right here, man? What's here in your breath right now? And just this moment that contains a doorway to infinity, a doorway to Norway, buddy. A doorway to expansion, to ascension. This moment right now, right here. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to be but here in this body. This body, this body holding me. We are eternal. All this pain is an illusion. That's the Elvis version of Tool. So this is the only moment we got. Yes, sir, buddy. Exactly. This is the only moment that we have. Only one. Only moment. Be in this moment with me. Be in this moment with me. And feel your heart. Feel all the goodness that resides in you, my buddy. Dude, and Mintu. Dude, you know, just feel all that goodness, you know, all that love that you hold, all that beauty that's within you, you know, that you're seeing through your eyes. As within, so without, buddy. All that beauty that you're seeing, it could not be unless there was beauty inside you. You know, people without beauty inside them, they don't see beauty around them. They, you know, they could go to all kinds of beautiful places and not see a thing because they don't have the beauty to witness it. You know? So if you're witnessing beauty, buddy, guess what? And as above, so below, as soul, so the universe. So if the universe is a beautiful, magical fucking place to be in, then what are you? What are you? A beautiful, magical fucking dude. You know? Feel that shit. Feel that magical fucking being, man. 100%. Otherwise, you wouldn't see magical fucking beauty around you. Pardon my French. You know? Yeah. Yeah, I saw that on Instagram, you know, the other day. Somebody said, you know, um, something about witnessing something beautiful. And I said, you know, you see the beauty you carry. You see the magic you carry. And the more fucking magic that you carry, the more magic you'll see around you. Yep. It's easy to forget when we're waiting for something externally to make us a witness. You know? And then we remember, oh man, I am not a witness. I am a creator. Yeah. You know? I'm a creator. Yeah. Thank you guys, everybody, that helped me pass my requirements, that have helped me train for this Gestalt finals. I passed my oral coaching exam. I submitted my 20-page academic paper. I'm waiting for my grade on the second one, and then I'm going to be defending it orally within a couple of weeks, and then I'll be done and on to the next one. You know, feels unreal. Feels unreal. All these choices, man. Every choice is part of the path to the timeline that you want to be on. Every choice, every opportunity that comes along, whether we take it or decline it, whether it is a positive or a negative turn, whether it's all going to make us grow in the end, and eventually everything comes back on the wheel, and you'll get a new opportunity, and get to catch the window of opportunity again. So you're only going to end up where you're meant to end up anyways, if you keep making you know choices from alignment, choices that are in alignment with who it is that you want to be, choices that are in alignment with who it is that you are creating, because you're not witnessing yourself. You're not looking or searching for who you are. You are deciding who you are. You are creating who you are. You know? Thank you so much. Yo, is it Naya? Yeah, man. So you're creating it. Every choice is going to lead you somewhere. Every choice, lesson or blessing, and the lessons are blessings too. So either way, you're either gonna bump up, or you're gonna have a tumble and a fall and learn, oh, oh, that's not how I'm gonna do it next time. Oh, failure, failure, success, failure, success, failure, success, and then boom, success, success. Because now you got the script, now you got the recipe. Now I know how those bad choices feel. Now I know, you know, how those unaligned choices end up giving me lessons. And I don't want to learn anymore. I don't want to learn anymore. I want to keep blessing myself. I'm tired. I'm tired of those lessons. And I'm going to make choices that, you know, are in alignment with where I want to go. And that's not always going to feel good. That's not always going to feel like easy peasy lemon breezy. Sometimes that's going to feel like hard work. Sometimes that's going to feel like leaving a situation that you no longer belong in. Sometimes that means leaving a partnership that is no longer serving you, that is toxic. Sometimes that means choosing yourself first. Sometimes that means leaving a workplace that is not honoring your potential. Sometimes that means, you know, and then have the trust and the faith in yourself and your co creation, you know, that whatever is in alignment with what I am choosing right now is for my greater good. Because everything is in service to us in the end. It's either showing you who you want to be or who you don't want to be. It's either showing you where you want to go or where you don't want to go. It's either showing you this is love or this is not love. This is healthy and this is not healthy. It's showing you something, it's in service to you, every little part of your co-creation. So if you're confused, well, good. If you're sitting in confusion, good. That means that you're going to receive the answer. Mhm. If you don't know where you're going to go, if you don't know what kind of choices you should be making, then sit with yourself until you do. Because you have all the answers inside you. You have all the answers here. You don't need to go to psychic or to a guy like me, or really, once you get to that level where you know what it is that is true to you, what is good for you, what you need, what you want, that is in alignment with your highest possible timeline, and not in alignment with your wounding, not in alignment with your patterns, not in alignment with, you know, where you came from, but in alignment with where you're going. That's the choices that you need to make. And until then, well, maybe you need to go see somebody like me and get a little bit of help until you get to that place. I sure do. And I sure did. You know, I've been going to Gestalt coaching for a whole year now, paying a guy to help me figure out some stuff. Next year, I'm going to be going to therapy. So I'm going to be doing therapy studies as well. And, yeah, I really love paying somebody to keep my secrets. I can just unload everything that's up here on them, and you know, and they use the method on me. They use the Gestalt method on me, and they're like, "Well, okay, yeah." So I'm the expert on me. Wow, you're the expert on you. Sometimes we just need help to kind of figure out, okay, how are we going to assemble this? All right. Well, that I can do. That I can help you with. And then you're going to be looking at it like, oh, okay, well, I know what I'm going to do with this. Just didn't know how to assemble it. And now you're going to be like, whoa, all right. So I can do that. Cool. Well, that's what I'm going to do. You know, the hardest part is being with ourselves, feeling those feelings right in the deep, being in this moment without trying to escape it with some kind of gadget or a person or love or interest or some kind of intoxicating feeling. And just be, man, I got a lot of work to do. Okay, well, I can't escape it anymore. I got to do it. I keep producing the same results. And it's sure as shit ain't everybody else's problem. I can tell you that much. I figured that out the hard way. But it's sure as it ain't everybody else that's the problem. That's what we call stagnation in Gestalt, in the in the change module, the change cycle. Stagnation. That's when nothing is moving. We think that we're in this mess because of everybody else. Because if only this person had done that, or this person had done that, and if only mom and dad would have, then I wouldn't have. That's called stagnation. You're not going anywhere. And I've known people that lived their whole life in stagnation and they died thinking that everybody else was the problem, you know, living their whole life with drama, living their whole life in this exhausting pattern of creating their own misery and creating hardship. And that's the beauty of Gestalt, So, how did you co-create that? How did you co-create that situation? What was your contribution to this? All right. So, you know, okay, yeah. I I had a hand in it. I yeah, I'm projecting a lot, you know, onto my reality, and um I'm seeing in other people what it is that I don't want to see in myself. And then I judge them for it, like I used to do with the spiritual community, you know, because I used to be just like that. And it was hard for me to acknowledge. It was hard for me to, you know, and then I'm like, ooh, that's right. That used to be me. Oh, well, I better give them a break and give myself a break. So I wouldn't want to be tripping up my own co-creations with that type of energy, you know. I was just gonna make a short one and YouTube shorts. Oh, you know, it's so nice hanging out with my people that time just flies. Thank you guys for watching. And yeah, you know, it's everything is here now. This is the doorway to infinity. This is the doorway to healing. This is the doorway to your new and improved version of self, your better choices, your better alignment. It all starts in the here and now. There's nowhere else to go. And it's being with what's inside you, being what's here and now, being with the emotions that arises, being with the triggers, not smoking them away, not drinking them away, not running or bumping them away in any kind of way, but just being with what arises in this moment. And then a paradoxical change will eventually appear, and you'll be experiencing a whole new you, a whole new reality. To those of you who are experiencing the new timeline, go fucking get it. Go get it. It's time. Talk to you soon. Stay aligned from within. It's the only way to align with anything. Keep it simple.